Okay. This is Kathy Pieper versus Sarah Hoyt, 25-01709. Appearance, please.
Your Honor, Mr. Keski's in over at Judge Ward's courtroom
Okay.
for a couple of hearings.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
No problem. Mr. Tyler here with this fine? Oh, he's on Zoom as well. Okay, what about Newman?
Right. Mr. Newman's.
Okay, Steve Hanks versus Seth Irish, 25-00859. Appearance, please. Appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. If it pleases the court, I'm Martin Newman on behalf of the plaintiff. Also
Okay,
present with the defendant.
your name, sir?
Seth Irish.
Today was the date that was scheduled for hearing. My understanding is that you all have worked out a consent judgment. Is that accurate?
It is, Your Honor.
You can put the terms on the record.
Your Honor, we have agreed that the unpaid balance on this matter, this is the land contract forfeiture, was $84,235.03. Adding to it costs in the total of $165.15 gives a grand total of $84,418. There's been less than 50% of the entire land contract purchase price tendered, so the defendant will have 90 days in which to review.
Oh, I'm fine with this.
I have a proposed judgment.
Oh, you can approach.
Thank you.
It's 2:00. It's not in here. Oh, I missed it. Okay, that's how you want to proceed today, sir, with a consent judgment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney in this matter?
Yes, ma'am.
You want to waive that right?
Yes, ma'am.
You also have the right to proceed to a trial. You could have demanded a jury trial. You understand that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anyone threatening you to get you to waive these rights today and enter judgment by consent?
No.
3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood these rights, you can return to the court, request to have the judgment set aside. We'll set it for a hearing, okay? If you have any questions at this time? Any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor.
We'll get you a copy of the judgment in just a moment.
Thank you.
Thank you. Benjamin Brown versus Christy McWilliams, 25-01783. State your name for the record, please.
Benjamin Brown.
Your name. Did they come to a resolution?
No, they were not able to come to a resolution.
You took them to a,
I did.
you all were not able to work out a resolution? And this is for what, non-payment of rent? You're the landlord?
Aye.
You believe you have a lawful reason why you didn't pay the rent?
Yes,
What-
I was behind. I was asking for.
What is your lawful reason for withholding the rent?
I was behind.
Oh, it's not a lawful reason. How much does she owe?
$1,592.
You dispute that? Is that a yes? They can't hear you on the record. What do you believe you owe?
I paid for first month, and so I owe 1,500 as of today.
Take them and get a judgment because she doesn't have a lawful reason. Figure out how much they owe. You find out how much you owe. You follow her. On the record in the matter of Hyra Sial versus Natalia Tori, 25-01563.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Robert Akinaki, attorney for the plaintiff.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Elijah Tyra, P. 86242 on behalf of the defendant.
Your name, ma'am? Natea Tori. Okay, council, today was the date scheduled for hearing. I do have the tenant present in the courtroom. How are we proceeding on this?
I submitted a conditional dismissal, Your Honor, yesterday.
Terms on the record, please.
Yes, ma'am. The terms state that the defendant agrees to vacate the property located at 1102 Pearson's Court in Lansing, Michigan, either on or before May 19th, 2025. As long as the defendant moves out by May 19th, 2025, the balance on her account will be listed as owing $0 as of the move-out date.
Dr. McKee, that's complete and accurate as to the understanding of your agreement.
It is, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, and I do have a copy of the executed conditional dismissal. Ma'am, do you understand that you have the right in this matter to proceed to a jury trial?
Yes.
Do you want to waive that right so that you can have this matter dismissed with the conditions stated on the record by your attorney? If you need me to repeat or you don't understand,
Yeah, I don't
that's fine.
understand it.
Okay, we understand that there's a conditional dismissal that's been
Yeah.
negotiated.
Yes,
So the case would be dismissed with the condition that you agree to vacate the property in question on or before the 19th of the month. And that as long as you vacate before the 19th, and vacate also means taking all of your things and leaving the property in broomstick condition, that the balance on your account will be listed as owing $0 as of the move out day.
yes,
That's how you want to proceed?
yes.
You want to waive your right to have a trial to do this? You want a trial?
No, I don't want to.
So you want to waive the
Yeah.
right? Okay, anyone threatening you to waive that right?
No,
Okay, you have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize, you know what, I do want to have a trial. I misunderstood what I was doing when I waived that right. You can return to the court, request to have this set aside, and then you'll explain how you misunderstood your right, okay?
okay,
Do you have any questions at this time?
No.
Okay, I've signed and dated the order for today. Any additional matters for the record?
None for me, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
You're all set, ma'am. Thank you. Let's see. Todd Dowrick versus Shauna McGee, 25-01913, appearance please.
Shauna McGee?
Okay, today was date scheduled for a hearing, this is non-payment of rent. Did you come to a resolution?
I have a consent judgment prepared. May I approach?
So the way you want to proceed is with a consent judgment, is that correct? Why are you sitting?
You want me to stand up?
Are you on the record?
I've sat down here for 35 years.
Not, I haven't been here for 35 years. Typically, I think you saw me make everyone put their judgment on the record, correct? You just handed it to me. You didn't put any terms on the record, you just sat down. I'll read it for you, but you'll stand while I read it.
I'm happy to stand.
Okay, thank you.
Able body.
And you both want to put a consent judgment on the record whereby you agree, or you both agree the past due amount to retain possession is $2,740. Is that accurate?
yes,
Okay, and that the amount due for, it says other money due for court costs, 143,400. Is that accurate?
143.04, right? Or
Correct.
40?
$143.04. For a total amount due $2,883.04, that you'll pay that amount or vacate the property in question by the 19th of this month, correct?
Correct,
There's also a money judgment that's going to enter for the amount of $1,718.06. Is that correct?
correct,
Okay, and that you again owe cost $143.04 for a total $1,883.04. $61.10, correct?
Correct.
You understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney in this matter?
Yes, I do.
Are you willing to give up that right to have judgment entered by your consent?
Yes.
You also have the right to proceed to trial. You could have demanded a jury trial. You understood that right as well.
Yes, I do.
You want to give that right up?
Yes.
Anyone threatening you to give these rights up?
No.
You understand that a partial payment will not allow you the right to maintain possession, okay? You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, and you realize you misunderstood the rights that you waived, you can return to the court, explain how you misunderstood your rights, okay?
Okay.
I'll get you a copy of this in just a moment. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, I don't.
Mr. Doward, any additional matters for today?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set. We'll get you a copy. Or both a copy.
Happy Mother's Day early to all the mothers in here.
Thank you. On the record in the matter of of Eric O'Berry, that is, versus Tyler Lovall, 24-01920. For the appearance, please.
Well, Your Honor, I didn't know if I could appear. It was filed by, but I have an appearance with me. That's
You can
okay.
make your appearance on the record, that's fine.
Okay. Billy J. O'Berry, 37-689. On behalf of the plaintiff, Eric J. O'Berry.
Okay, and I don't think that Mr. Lovall is here.
Not that, I just checked, I did not see him. He
Okay.
is aware of the date because he did
I remember.
text us today, I believe.
He was the one who told me that they didn't work for him. I told him that that's not how we do court dates, so, did you want to default?
Yes, please.
This
is a breakdown of the rent and the cost that have occurred. The last date that he paid rent was July of 2024. He has not paid anything since that date.
But you did file for money judgment. It says rent is 5,000, that's owed, late fee or late rent 550,
Correct.
court costs 260.
Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am. This is for my, I think it's for my case.
Is that Mr. Lowell?
Yes, it is. He just walked in.
No.
Sorry.
Well, you all can go see if you can come to any resolution then.
Apologize.
Okay, let's see. Mr. Coolidge is here. Sorry.
Those two are waiting for me.
Oh. Wait. The tenants are here? Yeah, Alexandra Bussinger,
And then Jacqueline Allen.
Jacqueline Allen. Yeah, okay. Okay, who is Bussinger? Okay, so we've not seen anyone for Clue?
I haven't seen. Is the lawyer for me here?
That's what we're waiting for.
Well, I'm all paid up. I got all my receipts and everything.
Okay, we'll see if he appears in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
Actually, she has a dismissal. It was just entered. A dismissal was just entered for yours. You're free to go.
All right, thank you. And your mom, happy Mother's Day. You are
Thanks.
so beautiful.
Thank you.
I love people.
Thank you.
I love
You have a
people.
good one.
Yeah. God is good.
All the time.
Good luck.
Let's see here. Let me go back. That was a miss.
Oh, both of them.
Yours was just dismissed as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Same to you. She was just waiting patiently for her turn.
No, she was not waiting.
She
She
wasn't?
was waiting.
Are you the landlord?
My daughter landlord, but I think.
She hired an attorney?
Yes.
Then you need to call the attorney.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
They were not able to come up with any other resolution. They are definitely in disagreement of the amount, but she agreed to pay.
How much did he say? How much did he say?
$3,092.
How much did she say was owed?
She said she just paid.
How much did she say?
She said 2,000. She just paid it back.
And so they agreed on what?
They didn't agree on anything. He just wants termination of tenancy.
Well, I get that, but she still has a right to pay the past due and stay in the property. You understand that?
Yes.
What do you have? Mr. Keski?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you start your video, please?
Hello?
Okay, you're ready on Sarah Hoyt?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, this is the matter of Kathy Pieper versus Sarah Hoyt, 25-01709. Appearance, please.
I don't think this is me. I'm sorry.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Don Keski for the plaintiff. Also online is Mr. Kip Wilson from Renaissance Property Management, agent for the owner.
Is Sarah Hoyt here?
Yes,
Okay, thank you. I was waiting for you to state your name for the record.
sorry, Sarah Hoyt.
Okay, today was the date that was scheduled for a hearing, and this is for non-payment of rent. My understanding is that the parties have negotiated a conditional dismissal. Counsel, please put the terms on the record.
Yes, Your Honor. The total amount owed, including court costs, is $1,418.17 through April 30th. However, the terms of the agreement are that the defendant is to pay monthly rent of $1,075 by the first of every month going forward, starting May 1 by 3 p.m. in certified funds or money order. Defendant also to pay an additional $473 monthly by the 15th of each month, starting May 15, until the balance is paid in full. RPM agrees to waive late fees that post as long as the payments are made pursuant to the agreement on time.
Okay, Ms. Hoyt, is that accurate as to how you're going to proceed?
Correct.
Okay, and this is Shirley Roselle, also a tenant or a party to this agreement?
Yes.
Okay, and ma'am, that's how you agreed to participate as well, is to resolve this with that conditional dismissal?
Yes.
Okay, so you both had the right in this matter to proceed to a jury trial. Did you both understand that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and are you both willing to give up your right to a jury trial?
Yes. Yes.
Is anyone threatening you to give that right up?
No. No.
Okay, and do you both understand that partial performance of this agreement will not satisfy it? So you have to follow completely with paragraph 3 in order to keep this matter dismissed. Otherwise, if you breach any portion of section 3, the landlord can enter judgment against you and you will not get a new court date. Do you understand that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, I don't. Thank you. No.
You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you did in fact misunderstand your right that you gave up, you can return to the court and request to have this agreement set aside, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing further. Thank you.
You're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, on the record in the matter of Keon Welch versus William Kozaginski, 25-01710. Appearance, please.
Mayor,
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Don Keski for the plaintiff. Also on Zoom is Mr. Kip Wilson of Renaissance Property Management, agent for the owner.
And Elijah Tyra, P86242, on behalf of the defendant, Amber Kozinski. She is also on the camera on record.
Who's Amber Kaczynski? I have a William on my file.
preferred name. Yep. Sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, today is the date and the time scheduled for a hearing for non-payment of rent. My understanding is that there is a resolution by way of conditional dismissal. Is that accurate?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
You put the terms on the record, counsel.
The defendant owes $2,733.05, including the court costs, due through the period April 30th. In paragraph 3, the agreement entered into by the parties is that the defendant agrees to vacate the property located at 2723 Stoneley Drive in Lansing, Michigan, either on or before May 19, 2025, and turn in the keys by 3 p.m. on May 19th, 2025 at Renaissance Property Management Office. And
That's completely inaccurate as to how the tenant wants to proceed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I do see both names on the conditional dismissal. So you go by Amber now, is that correct?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, and so Amber, do you understand that you have the right in this matter to proceed to a jury trial?
Yes,
Did you want to waive your right to trial?
yes,
Okay, anyone threatening you to do that?
no,
You understand that partial performance of this agreement will not satisfy to keep this dismissed, so you must comply
I
completely
do.
with section 3, otherwise they can reinstate the case, have judgment entered against you, and you will not get a new court date. You understand that?
I do.
Okay, and I do see that it's been signed by both parties. You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood the right that you've given up, you can return to the court and request to have this agreement set aside, and then you'll have to explain how it was that you misunderstood your right, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions for the court today?
No, thank you so much, Your Honor.
No problem. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
None for me either, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Back on the record in the matter of Benjamin Brown versus Christy McWilliam. Okay, so my understanding is that you all are still disagree about how much is owed. You say the past due amount of rent is $3,000.
Correct.
How much is her rent per month?
It's $1,000
Okay, so you're saying she has not paid since when?
since the 3rd of March.
So she owes rent for April and May.
Balance of March, April, May.
She paid the 3rd of March or didn't pay?
$500. She pays every 15th and 1st. So there's 2 payments to go on during the course of the month.
Oh, okay.
Per the lease.
She pays
But the
every,
expectation is that by the 1st of the month, that full next month has been paid, so.
I'm not following. She pays 500 the 15th and when?
First of the month,
In the 1st. So on the 3rd of March, she made a payment
of $500.
of $500. So then she would only owe half of that for the rest of March. Is that what you're saying?
So on the 15th of February, there's to be a $500 payment for March that didn't occur. So
Got
at
it.
the 1st of March, she paid 500, but that would have been. the
It's already
first
late.
portion.
Got it.
Correct. So she's been in arrears as opposed to in advance.
And you dispute that?
As of today for May, I owe 2,500.
As of today, what?
As of today, it'd be 2,500.
Why is it as of today? Why do you
Well, I'm
believe?
saying for the whole month of May, I owe April, May, and the half of March, so that's 2,500.
Did you pay all of February?
I paid up front, yes.
Paid all
I paid $1,000.
She paid all of February?
Yeah,
of February, but not March, not April, not May.
Show me the receipts, because this is not adding up.
There's
it was 2,500
a statement in
originally.
the file.
Okay, let's see here.
So all of February is paid with the initial deposit. So $1,500 deposit.
She moved in February.
Correct.
She gave you $1,000 deposit.
She actually gave me $1,500 for deposit.
$1,500 in February.
$1,000 for February.
Okay,
So February is taken care of.
February was paid for, and so March, 500 went towards that then, correct?
Correct.
So then she only owed you 1 payment for March, not 2. paid 1,500 to move in.
Correct.
So then she owes you 2,500, not 3,000.
It's paid May in advance, not in arrears. We owe 1,000 for May. You know, 1,000 for April.
How does she owe 1,000 and you just told me that she pays the 1st and the 15th? The 15th hasn't come yet.
So she paid on the 15th, she'd be in arrears because the 1st to the 15th would be in May.
She moved in, according to what you provided me here in your ledger. She moved here on the 2nd of February and she paid $1,000. That covered all of February, correct? On the 15th, she paid $500. And that's supposed to go towards March.
Correct.
And the 1st, she paid the other 500. Or no, she owed 500, she didn't pay it. She
Correct.
paid on the 3rd. The 3rd, she paid the other 500. So March is paid for.
March is not paid for.
Yes, it is, because she gave you it says here, the 15th, she gave you
$500.
$500 February 15th. That goes towards March.
It's $1,000 a month.
And then she gave you the others on the 3rd. Am I missing something? You just told me that she paid you $1,500 February.
Security deposit.
No, that's not what you just said, because you just told me that February was taken care of out of that. Can't be a security deposit and then you applied it to February as well.
2,500 total.
She moved in February?
Yeah, I have.
Where's your-
Email for 1,000 and 2,500. 15 was deposited, so. I
Owner,
just don't have that.
you can, owner acknowledges receipt of first month's rent of $1,000. That's for February.
Yep.
And a security deposit of $1,500.
Yeah.
Well, then your ledger doesn't tell me all of that. Your ledger tells me initiation of lease, she paid $1,000. It doesn't tell me anything about a security deposit on here at all, on the ledger that you gave me.
Right, because that isn't
Okay.
really rent, that's.
So why is it that it's broken up in 2 payments per month? Is that because of how she gets paid, or that's how
Correct.
you
I was
request
trying
it?
to time her income with the payment for the rent.
Okay, so all this 15, that's for you all. I just need to know it's $1,000 a month and that she's supposed to pay it by the 15th of the month, it sounds like. Her rent should be paid in full by the 15th of the month, if you're accepting 2
By the
installments.
1st of
So when she makes a payment,
February 15th should have been a payment, and there was none for March. And then by March 1st, the balance in March and another $500 payment would have you pay March in advance, but there was no additional payment. So the only thing for March that I've received was $500.
okay, and I see that you have that listed as March 3rd, but there was nothing received. I see where you said you were owed rent on February 15th, but technically,
So
stop cutting me off. Technically, you're not owed rent for February 15th because she paid you for February, but she's supposed to pay you for March and you would like to receive it because of how she gets paid on the 15th. Am I understanding that correct? Because she's not, this $500 that you say is owed for February 15th is not for February.
Your Honor, per
Is
the
that
lease,
correct?
I'm not sure I'm quite understanding your question.
She pays you $1,000 per month, correct?
Correct.
She paid for February on the 2nd for the whole month. So then she doesn't owe you more money for February, correct? That's what I'm trying to understand here, because this is confusing.
February is solid.
Yeah, but you said that rent is owed February 15th of $500. It's
For
really
March.
not owed for
March.
for February. No, it's a,
I didn't say it was owed for February. February is solid.
It
February is
says
completely
date,
taken care of.
I'm reading your ledger, February 15th, rent owed $500, payment 0.
For March.
Late fee,
But
0.
that's the date in which it was supposed to be paid on February 15th. for
Okay,
March.
well, what if she doesn't, what if she has it on the $500 on the 15th and she decides she's gonna hold it and give it to you on the 1st?
Provided it's given on the 1st, the $4,000 for that next month, that's fine. 'cause
Okay, so
that's
then it's
paid in
March, so
advance.
that means it's March rent. There's still $1,000 that was owed, but she didn't pay anything for March at all?
500.
Okay,
When?
$500
March
a month.
3rd, there's 500. so,
Okay, where's the
yeah.
2nd from? Ma'am,
What's that?
Would you pay the other
I
half?
have not, that's what, so,
So you admit that you owe
Correct.
500 for March,
for March.
and then it looks like nothing was paid on the 15th of March. Nothing was paid on the 1st of April.
No,
I'm sorry?
that's correct, yes.
Nothing, I see something here, it says balance forward on the 4th.
That was
April.
around the time that I filed, so I didn't have anything addition to.
Oh, okay, so, but you didn't receive anything.
Correct.
Okay, the 15th of April, it says $500 owed. No payments.
Correct.
The 30th. You see how we're going, now all of a sudden we're talking about the 30th, I thought it was the 1st and the 15th, but nothing. So you owe 1,000 for April, you owe 1,000 for May now. Because the rent's due on the 1st of the month, I don't care how you guys figure out you're gonna break it down, that's confusion for the court. You owe $1,000 per month, you didn't pay anything in April, you didn't pay anything in now May, and then you owe, it looks like $500 for March, correct? Where's the 3,000 from then?
1,500.
No, you said she owed you 3,000. Why?
500 balance for 500 for, I'm sorry, 1,000 for April. 1,000 for May.
2,500.
Take 20,000.
You see how you all could have came to a resolution for this without getting me
That's what I
involved?
just said. I did.
So it shows you $2,500, not 3,000, and then court costs, how much did you spend?
$92.71.
And there's no other money due, you didn't assess a late fee. I was generous. You should have came to an agreement without me. Because now you get 10 days to pay it or you gotta move out.
That will take me through the 30th, the 2,500.
No,
May
this is
30th.
past due rent. You gotta pay it by the 1st, or you gotta get out. $2,500 plus 92 by the 19th of this month, or you gotta vacate his property by then. You understand that?
So I'm paying for the whole month of May. but have to
I
go
don't
to
care anything
May.
about how you all are breaking down this payment stuff. That's your all business. You owe $1,000 per month and you ain't even paid in 2.5 months. If you pay and he wants to give you additional time to come up with the rest of the money, that's up to him. But he's waiting on our March money and today's the 7th. You don't get to hold over people's property and not pay them. Any additional matters?
Okay.
We'll get you a copy of this in just a moment. Did O'Berry and all come to a resolution at all?
She's filling out paperwork.
You might need your assistance. Did you need assistance with the paperwork? You said you need, I didn't hear you.
I said, I think we have an agreement.
Okay. I'm sorry?
She gave it to me.
She's an attorney, correct?
I did it at first.
Yeah, I saw you.
Got here.
I recommend to the attorney's office. Okay, on the record in the matter of Eric O'Berry versus Tyler Lovall. And Mr. Lovall, you can come up. Okay, looks like you all have negotiated a conditional dismissal.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
In speaking with Mr. Lovell, our agreement is that he paid $3,000 of the $5,800 and some dollars by May, within 14 days. I think that takes us to May 28th.
Okay, he's gonna pay 500 beginning June 1st, you said?
Well, they're not payments. He's to pay $3,000 on or before May 28th or vacate. So did I write it confusing?
You did. Okay, I see that. Well, I see where he needs to pay this on or before, but it says it's for rent due through a period of January 31st. And he's still vacating, he's still occupying the property?
Yeah.
He's paying the rent?
No,
since then?
he's not.
So then it's rent through now. What does he owe up to now?
He owes $5,867.
$5,867 is what is owed up through the end of, I should say, May, correct?
Correct.
Okay. However, the conditional dismissal is he's going to pay $3,000 on or before May 28th, correct?
Correct.
You're going to, it's a defendant to pay rent of $500 beginning June 1st and sign a lease agreement.
Right, if he wants to continue his possession of the property.
And then you're gonna forgive the balance that's owed, or how does this work? He's gonna pay 3,000, when is he gonna pay the rest?
I don't know.
I think we still have to talk about it.
Okay, well, we can talk about, no, we can talk about it now, because what it sounds like is you owe $5,867. Are you disputing that?
No, that's fine, yeah.
Okay, and that's for rent due through a period of the end of this month.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so the agreement, your understanding is that you're going to pay them 3,000 of that money by May 28th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when are you going to pay the balance?
The remaining balance,
Correct.
I'll have to work it out.
Well, I'm asking you because it's going to be worked out today.
I mean, when am I don't know. I'll have to pay it. I can work it out with him.
No,
It's his
that's what
problem.
that's what we're here for today. To
Yeah,
help
we
to work it
just-
out today.
We came to the resolution today.
You didn't come to a resolution because that's why we're going through this. So when are you going to pay the balance?
I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that, what's owed.
Okay, I asked you, did you dispute it? You said, yeah, that's fine. You do, so you do dispute it then?
Yeah,
Why do you dispute it?
because I just don't believe that's the correct amount,
Okay, how much is your rent per month?
500 a month.
And when's the last time you paid rent?
It's been a while, but I was paid up to sign the lease. It's been a while. I had an accident and brain injury and I haven't been able to pay. Thank you.
When's the last time you paid rent?
Oh, last
July 2024.
Yeah, that's what I dispute. I was paid up to October. I got 2024. I have the receipt that he signed, paid up to October.
Of 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
Where's the receipt?
I didn't bring it. but I
Well,
do
then
have
you don't have a receipt because today's the court
Okay.
date.
it. Okay.
Okay, so you're saying July 2024 was the last payment you received?
Yes.
You want a copy of that?
I don't need it.
Okay.
Let's see. $500 per month?
Yes.
Is there a late fee?
Yes,
What's-
$50.
It was like I could possibly pay an extra 150 on the 500 so the balance is taken care of, 650 a month. So the rest of the balance is taken care of. Okay.
700 a month, 700 a month,
That's
an
fine.
extra couple
If the
hundred.
3,000's paid. If the 3,000's paid, correct.
Yes.
Okay, so he'll pay $3,000 by the 28th, and then he'll pay $700 a month on the first of each month until the arrears is paid. That's the agreement?
That's the agreement.
And then he will sign a new lease agreement.
Yes.
You
Because he
agree to
never,
that?
Yes, ma'am.
because he never actually signed an agreement.
I get it. Okay, let's see here. So I'm going to change this a little bit here. This is for rent due through the period of May 31st, 2025. Let's see, the past due amount. How much of this 5,867? There was no court cost?
Yes, that's added in.
That's
How
the
much was the court
total.
cost?
The court cost was $260. And service fee was $57.22. We're not worried about the 22.
Okay, so if I take the 5867 and subtract 257. Got it. 5,550 is the past due rent plus court costs. For total due 5,867. And it's to pay $3,000 by May 28th.
Your Honor, I miscalculated. Today is only the 7th, I'm sorry, 14 days from today. I looked at the wrong date, it's 14 days from today.
What do you mean? Miscalculated what?
I looked at my calendar, I believe incorrect. Didn't I?
For the, what do you,
28th.
are you trying to talk about you're miscalculating the date that he needs to pay by?
Yes, 14 days would be the 21st, I'm sorry. I looked down one extra row. So it'd be the 21st, 14 days,
You're agreeing to pay this by the
Can we do it by the 29th?
14 days.
It's fine. By 21st, yeah, sure.
Okay, so we'll change that. Okay, so I have here 700. Okay, so the total amount of rent past due is $5,550 plus court costs, $317 for a total amount due $5,867. That the defendant will, and that's for rent due through a period of May, ending May 31st. However, the defendant will pay $3,000 by May 21st. The defendant will pay then $700 beginning June 1st and sign a lease agreement. And the defendant will pay $700 per month on the first of the month until their arrears is paid in full. That's what you want to do, sir?
Correct.
You understand that you have the right to be represented by an attorney in this matter?
Correct.
You want to waive that right?
Correct.
Anyone threatening you to do that?
No,
You also have the right to demand a jury trial and hold a jury trial in this matter. Do you understand that right? You want to waive that right as well?
yes, ma'am.
You have 3 business days from today's date. If once you leave here, you realize you misunderstood the rights that you waived, you can return to the court, request to have this set aside. Additionally, partial performance, do you have the second page?
independent just like-
Partial performance will not satisfy. You need to sign it. Yep.
Sign it.
Partial performance will not, I think she's supposed to sign on the other side. Yep. Will not satisfy this agreement. So that means you got to do exactly what it says here. That means you're paying your 3,000 by the 21st, and then you're paying your $700 every month on the 1st, and that you're also signing a lease agreement.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't do any of those things, they can have judgment entered against you and remove you from the property, and you will not get a new court date for that. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No matter.
Thank you. Any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor, thank you very much for your help.
No problem. We'll get you a copy of this right now. Oh, yeah. I think that's it.
I've learned to put extra money in the meter.